up, everybody? It's your boy Tech JRD back again with another video, and today we're going to talk about the Motorola X4 in 2019. Now this phone came out a little less than 2 years ago, I'm thinking. I remember when it came out, when I first saw it at Best Buy, I really wanted it, but at the time it was like 400 bucks. Now you can buy it for between 100 and 150, depending on what kind of deals you can find on Amazon or on Craigslist and all that other stuff. But I just want to talk to you a few things that I do like and I don't like about it. And I've had the phone for the last 2 weeks, so I can judge it a little bit. So let's get started. My pros are the wide angle camera. There is no phone that you can buy for 100 bucks that gives you a wide angle camera that's as good as this phone. Now, I'm not trying to say that the cameras are super good, but all of my videos that I've filmed, my S10 5G, all the stuff that I've done about that phone, I've filmed it with this phone. It's not a great camera, but for 100 bucks, which I got the phone for 100 bucks, this camera is crazy. There's no phone on the market that you can get a wide angle camera for 100 bucks. Not a good one. Like there's a lot of phones that have subpar cameras, especially at this price point, but for 100 bucks, the wide angle camera is amazing on this phone. Second is the ability to upgrade to Android 9 Pie, which is a huge deal in Android because a lot of phones never even see one update, let alone two. This phone came out with 7.1, I believe, and it's on 9, which is unheard of. This phone is like a beast. Like it doesn't slow down. It's super fast. It's the 3 gig version is the one I have, and I heard you can get a 4 or 6 gig version, but for 100 bucks, 3 gigs, 32 gigabytes of storage is amazing. And the final thing for my pros is the design. This phone is beautiful. For the price, there's no better looking phone on the market. And I know I sound like I'm hyping it up, but I don't have any loyalty to anybody. Like I said, I got an S10 5G, and I'm not even the biggest Samsung fan. I actually prefer LG phones over Samsung, but I love the S10 5G, so there's no loyalty in anything. This phone's design is beautiful. Yes, it's dated. It has chunky bezels and the front fingerprint scanner, but I fell in love with it when I first saw it in like over a year ago, almost a year and a half ago. All right, let's talk about the cons. The screen. Now, I'm a person that likes bigger phones, so this is just me being a little biased. The smallest screen I want on a phone is 5.5. That's the lowest I want to go, and this phone is a 5.2, which is it's decent. The screen looks great. It's a 5.2 inch 1080p, nice panel LCD, but I prefer something a little bit bigger. It feels a little bit small in my hands, but like I said, I'm being biased. I got big hands, so I usually prefer a bigger phone. The second thing is the front firing speaker. Now, I know it's a Motorola thing. They've done it on a lot of their phones, just a single front facing speaker. I know it's probably keeps the cost down and all that stuff, but I prefer the dual speakers. And I know that's more expensive for the company to do, but I mean, it's not my job to figure it out. They need to figure it out. So Motorola needs to give us better speakers. And the last one that I dislike is just, yeah, the phone is smaller, but there's a lot of phones that are smaller that have bigger batteries than this phone. So I just prefer a bigger battery on my phones. Like we need to, everything like needs to be over 4,000, which is not even unreasonable. Like you don't have to make a phone super thick or anything to get at least a 4,000 milliamp battery. So I don't, we just need bigger batteries in our phones. Now, like I said, overall, I love the phone. The 1080p screen, it's running a Snapdragon 630, 2.2 gigahertz. This one is the 3 gigabyte. Like I said, you can get a 6 gigabyte or 4 gigabyte RAM, a 64 gigabyte memory. I think that's where it's capped off at. So it's an amazing phone for the price. So overall, I'm super happy with the phone. They're like I said, 150 bucks, maybe even cheaper on your local Craigslist and all that other stuff. The phone is amazing. So those are just a quick few of my thoughts about the phone. Have a good one, y'all. Peace.